When an F-15E Strike Eagle is shot down in enemy territory, it creates a massive logistical and tactical nightmare. Within seconds,
a $100 million aircraft will be gone. But the real story is not about the aircraft. It is about the man who survived the fall.
And the extraordinary effort the United States will launch to bring him home. Because in the U.S. military, one rule stands above everything else.
No one gets left behind. And sometimes, saving a single pilot can cost far more than anyone expected.
But I am intact.
The F-15E Strike Eagle was flying a combat patrol deep over contested territory. 2 crew members sat inside the aircraft.
The pilot in the front seat, the weapons systems officer behind him. At 28,000 feet, the aircraft's radar suddenly detected something unusual.
Ground radar had locked onto them. A surface-to-air missile battery had just gone active. The cockpit warning tone began to scream.
missile launch. A white streak shot upward from the ground. The missile accelerated faster than Mach 3. Inside the cockpit,
The pilot rolled the aircraft hard to the left. Flares ejected from the wings. But the missile kept tracking.
It detonated just meters behind the aircraft. The explosion ripped through the rear fuselage. Hydraulic pressure collapsed instantly.
the aircraft began to spin. The pilot had only one option left: eject.
2 ejection seats fired into the sky. Seconds later, the burning remains of the F-15 slammed into the ground.
I am down. Hard landing, but I am intact.
One of the crew.
One of the crew members landed safely. The other did not.
The surviving pilot quickly released his parachute and moved into cover. He activated his survival radio beacon. Within minutes, U.S. command centers hundreds of kilometers away received the alert. An American pilot was alive behind enemy lines. The rescue operation began immediately. We are wheels up in 2 minutes. Hold tight.
Right there, the drop on it hot. Set her down now. Let's go.
A combat search and rescue package was assembled.
2 A-10 Thunderbolt II aircraft were sent first. Their job was to protect the rescue helicopters. Behind them, 2 HH-60 Pavehawk helicopters flew low across the terrain. Their rotors barely cleared the trees.
Troops were searching the area, and their air defenses were waiting.
Hostiles in the vicinity. Gotta stay out of sight.
As the rescue package approached the landing zone, disaster struck again. One of the A-10 aircraft flying cover was suddenly hit by a shoulder-launched missile.
The aircraft spiraled downward, trailing smoke. Moments later, it crashed into the hills. And the enemy air defenses were now fully alert. U.S. commanders had 2 choices.
Abort the mission, or send even more aircraft into the danger zone. They chose to continue. Escort is hit. They are going down.
Its thermal camera located the down pilot hiding near Rocky Ridge. But as the drone circled overhead, an enemy surface-to-air missile struck it. The drone exploded in mid-air. Meanwhile, The rescue helicopters continued flying toward the coordinates.
Ground fire erupted from multiple directions. One helicopter took several hits.
The crew managed to keep flying, but the mission was now racing against time. Enemy forces were closing in on the pilot.
To support the rescue team, the U.S. deployed one of its most powerful aircraft.
An AC-130 gunship. The massive aircraft began orbiting the battlefield.
Inside the aircraft, operators locked onto enemy vehicles. Then the gunship opened fire. 100
Autocannon rounds tore through armored trucks. For several minutes, the sky above the battlefield
became a storm of explosions. The rescue helicopters seized the opportunity. They rushed toward the landing zone.
Take suppressive fire on the ground! Evasive action!
The downed pilot finally heard the sound he had been waiting for. Helicopter rotors. Green smoke rose from his position.
One helicopter hovered just meters above the ground. A rescue jumper fast roped down. He sprinted across the rocks toward the pilot. Within seconds, they reached each other. The medic quickly checked for injuries, then signaled the helicopter above.
The extraction cable dropped down.
Are you hit? Can you walk? Can you walk?
I'm good, let's get out of here.
As the rescue team began lifting the pilot into the helicopter, enemy gunfire erupted again.
Bullets struck the helicopter fuselage. The door gunner opened fire. Tracers streamed across the battlefield.
The helicopter crew pulled the cable up as fast as possible. The pilot and rescuer rose into the air. Seconds later, they were inside the aircraft.
The rescue mission had succeeded, but the cost was enormous.
The rescue mission had succeeded, but the cost was enormous.
One fighter jet destroyed. One attack aircraft lost. A drone shot down.